Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Madeline, the Fit Vegetarian. I hope everybody's doing well. And I wanted to touch base with everybody and talk about how to measure progress. In my last live that I did pertaining to my series on fat versus muscle, right? And which one weighs more, and does one actually weigh more than the other? And we established that they both weigh the same. It's just that fat is less dense than muscle, right? And so I told you that I would hop back on here and let you guys know, well then, how do we measure progress if really we shouldn't be putting that much stock in the number on the scale? Because if you recall, the number on the scale only tells us, it doesn't tell us really what is our fat to muscle ratio. It just tells us how much gravitational pull we have on ourselves, if you will. So, and that kind of is arbitrary, and that's why honestly I feel like the medical profession should kind of steer away from using BMI as an index of health, and they really need to switch things up and go in a different direction to determine somebody's health in terms of it, rather than using body mass index, which is the BMI that they're currently using. But that's a whole nother topic. I wanted to hop on here tonight though to tell you guys some other methods that you can use besides the scale, because honestly I want you guys to just ditch the scale. Forget about the scale. I don't even weigh myself anymore. I typically use three things to measure my progress on my weight loss journey and on my healthy lifestyle journey. The first one is pictures. And I know that when we're feeling kind of fat, right, and not at our best size, that we really don't want to take pictures. I know I have friends who will like hide behind other people and when it's time to take a picture because they don't want to see how they look, and you just don't feel really comfortable. But I'm going to encourage you to take pictures. So when you're starting off on your healthy lifestyle journey, take some people call them before pictures. I like to refer to them as goodbye pictures, because you're saying goodbye to the person in that picture, right? Because that is where you're starting from and you're moving in a whole positive, better direction. So that is one way to gauge your progress, because a picture really is worth 1,000 words. When you come back months later and compare your day one picture to a current picture, you will just marvel at the difference. So I encourage you to take pictures to gauge your progress. The second way that you can measure progress is with one of these beauties, and this is just a simple measuring tape, right? This is what you want to do. You want to measure your chest, your waist, your hips, your arms right at the widest point, your biceps, and your thighs and calf muscles. And then you compare your measurements from when you started to where you are later on down the road. And I would encourage you to take measurements about once a month so that you'll give your body enough time to be able to see a difference, a noticeable difference. Because oftentimes also we just don't give ourselves enough time to change. It's kind of like, we didn't get fat overnight. We're not going to lose the inches overnight either. So you have to give yourself time. So I encourage you to do measurements about once a month. And finally, the last way that I use, and this one will not lie to you either, okay, is having something, that an outfit, a piece of clothing that will not lie to you in terms of, have you put on some inches? Are you know when you're not eating right and when you're not moving enough? And for me, it's this pair of jeans. Okay, so this pair of jeans, I mean, they're snug on me. So when I go to put these on and I get that little muffin top over the top of the waistline, I know it's like, oh, time to dial in my nutrition and time for me to get more active. And that's what I would encourage you to do also, is have that one pair of pants or that one particular outfit that when you are like at your best ideal physical shape, that it fits you just right. Or if you haven't been at your best ideal shape yet or size yet, what you can do also is buy a pair of goal jeans. That's goal, G-O-A-L, jeans, right? So that you can see, okay, how close am I to being able to button these up? And then if you get them to button, then how close are you to be able to zip them up? And as time goes on, you'll see that, hey, you're getting closer and closer and closer, so you're moving in the right direction. And I bet you anything that if you were to weigh yourself, that number on the scale perhaps isn't moving, it may not be budging, or it might even be moving in the wrong direction, or what you consider to be the wrong direction, because it's going to be going up instead of down. Okay, and we went over this in part 1 of this series, why that happens. So I don't want to go over that again here, but that is why I am encouraging you guys to just ditch the scale. My clients and I have this running joke where we call the scale an evil, lying bitch. Pardon the foul language, but seriously, it's because it will lie to you, it will play mind games with you. And that scale doesn't tell you all about those wonderful non-scale victories that are happening while you're making these positive changes in your life too, right? It's not telling you how much more energy you have. It's not telling you how glowing your skin is looking. It's not telling you how toned your legs are looking. It's not telling you how you're walking with a pep in your step. It's not telling you all those positive things that are changes that are happening in your life and in your body. So do not rely on the scale. You know what? Throw it away as far as I'm concerned. And if the doctor wants to weigh you when you go to the doctor, so be it. Let the doctor weigh you, and you don't even have to ask how much you weigh because it's arbitrary. You do not need that number for you to know what your progress is on this journey. All right? So measurements, pictures, and an outfit that is your goal outfit, or one that you know that fits you when you're in your ideal shape. So that is what I want you guys to use for you to measure your progress. So I hope this helps, and we shall catch you next time. And remember to continue to fuel up for a fit life. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.